Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make this really quick and simple brimless beanie. Here's a men's-sized one that I made in a really pretty dark olive color. I think it looks great as a solid color, and it also looks really good in a nice variegated color. This beanie is made from the top down, so we're going to start out by making a magic circle. To make a magic circle, grab your tail of yarn, hold your hand like this. Bring that tail of yarn over your hand, hold it in place with your thumb, grab this piece back here, and wrap it around these 3 fingers, and then come across forming an X. And then hold that in place with your thumb. Grab your crochet hook, go under this first piece of yarn here, and then grab this yarn back here and pull it under and over. Just like that. And tighten everything up here. And then I always chain 1 to close that loop. And that is how you make a magic circle. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up here. Makes it a little easier to work into. As you can see, I kind of have my finger down here as an anchor, and I just hold it tight like that. And then I'll have my thumb here to hold that tail of yarn in place. Now you're going to chain 1. We're going to place 8 half double crochets in this circle. Make sure that your magic circle here is tight. It's so much easier to work into when you have it tight. So I have my ring finger down here as an anchor, and then I have my middle finger here pressing up against that side of the magic circle, and it just holds that tight. And then I'll have my thumb holding both of those pieces of yarn together. So now yarn over, go into the circle, yarn over, grab some yarn and pull back through and up. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's your first half double crochet. We're going to work 7 more. Number 2, number 3, yarn over, go into the circle, yarn over, pull back through, and up. Yarn over and pull through those 3 loops. Feel free to tighten your circle as you go too. We're only going to be putting 8 half double crochets in here, so it doesn't have to be that big. So yarn over, go into the loop, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and there's number 4. Yarn over, go into the circle, yarn over, pull back through. There's number 5. I'm going to tighten up my circle at this point. This is why I like using the magic circle, because it's so much easier to adjust. Okay, yarn over, go into the circle, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That was number 6. As you can see, we have 6 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 more. Yarn over, into the circle, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. 1 more. Now you're just going to pull on this tail of yarn and close that circle. Always count to double check you have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we are going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet we made. So insert your hook in the top of that first stitch. Make sure you go through both of those loops. Yarn over, pull through, and slip into that loop. That was round 1. So you're going to chain 1. This round is going to be an increase round. We are going to increase until we get to our crown size. In this video, I'm making a size that fits a 2 to 3 month old. So my crown diameter size is 4.5 inches. So I'm going to continue to increase until I reach that size, and then we'll work the pattern. So for round 2, we're going to place 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So yarn over, work into the same stitch as your chain 1. Place your first half double crochet there. And now place another one in that same stitch. There's our 2. Work 2 in the next one. I always recommend to put a stitch marker in the first half double crochet that you make in each round, and that will help you see where you need to stop. For stitch markers, I normally use safety pins. They're just so much easier to clasp for me. But for this video, I think this is going to be easier for you to see. So we're going to place 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. There's your 1 and 2. So continue placing 2 half double crochets in each stitch, and I will meet you back at the end of this round. I just worked my last half double crochet in this round. Be sure to go back and count your stitches. At this point, you should have 16 stitches. Here is the very first half double crochet we made in this round. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Go ahead and slip stitch into that first half double crochet. Chain 1 to start the next round. This is another increase round, but we're not going to increase in each stitch. We're only going to increase in every other stitch. So we're going to place 2 half double crochets in the same stitch as our chain 1. So yarn over, half double crochet, half double crochet. Go ahead and mark that very first half double crochet that you made. Now we're going to place 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So yarn over and half double crochet. Now put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. There's 1 and 2. 1 half double crochet in the next, and you're going to keep repeating that. 2 in the next, 1 in the next stitch. So continue doing that, 2, 1, 2, 1, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, I'm on my very last stitch here. At this point, you should have 24 half double crochets. Slip stitch to the first one that we made. Chain 1. For this round, we're going to work 2 half double crochets, half double crochet, half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, and keep repeating that. Put 2 half double crochets in the same stitch as your chain 1. There's 1, 2, half double crochet in the next, half double crochet in the next. Don't forget to put your stitch marker in the first half double crochet that you made. So you have 2 half doubles, 1 and 1. So 2 half doubles in this stitch. There's 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. So keep repeating that, and I will meet you back at the end of this round. All right, I'm on my last 2 stitches in this round. There we go. Now you should have 32 half double crochets. Go ahead and slip stitch to your first half double crochet. Let's go ahead and measure and see where we're at. When you're measuring, make sure you get it as flat as you can. Okay, we are at about 3 inches in diameter, and we want to be at 4.5. So we have some more increased rounds to do. If you lose track of what round you're on, just start here in the middle. Right here was our round 1, and then count up from there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we just finished round 4. So chain 1 to start round 5. For round 5, we're going to place 2 half double crochets in the same stitch as our chain 1. And then we're going to half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So there's the first one, and there's the second stitch, and the third stitch. Here's our increased stitch here where we place 2 half double crochets. And then we're just placing 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And that's our repeat for this round. So 2 in the next, there's 1 and 2, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and this is number 3 here, 1 in that one. And I forgot to mark my first half double crochet, so I'm going to go back and do that now. There it is right there. So continue repeating that. 2 half double crochets, 1 half double, 1 half double, 1 half double. And I'll meet you at the end of the round. You should now have 40 half double crochets. If for some reason you don't, I always start here and I go back and I count. You should have 3 half doubles, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in the next. And if you have trouble seeing, if you have 2 in that stitch, just kind of pull up. Pull like this. If you can see that. And then you can see that you have 2 in that one stitch. So what I'll do is I'll start counting 1, 2, 3, 2. Make sure I have 2. And then I'll do 1, 2, 3, and then pull that apart and make sure there's 2 in that one stitch. And I'll just kind of keep working my way back to find where the error was at instead of frogging the whole row. We just finished round 5. Go ahead and slip stitch to that first half double crochet. Let's measure and see where we're at. We are at almost 4 inches. So I'm thinking one more increase and we should get our 4.5 inch crown diameter. Chain 1, place 2 half double crochets in the same stitch as your chain 1. Now for this round, we're going to put 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once again, I forgot to put my stitch marker in that first half double crochet. Go back and do that now. So this is our repeat for the round. 2 half double crochets, 1 half double, 1 half double, 1 half double, 1 half double. So place 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Then place 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And keep repeating that, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. I'm at the last 2 stitches in this round. You should now have 48 half double crochet stitches. Slip stitch to that first half double crochet. Go ahead and lay it flat. And there we are at 4.5 inches in diameter. So now we are done increasing. This is my easy guide to sizing crochet hats. I will have this chart in the blog post for this pattern. In this video, I'm making a beanie that will fit a 2 to 3 month old. If you're wanting to make a different size, this chart is really handy. I'm going to zoom in so maybe you can see. Basically, you're just going to continue to increase until you reach the crown diameter size. So if you were wanting to make one for like a 10-year-old, you'll want to increase until you get to crown diameter of 6.25 inches. And I will have more details on this in the blog post. At this point, we will not be increasing anymore. We're going to start working the pattern. So chain 1, and we're going to herringbone half double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 1. To herringbone half double crochet, you're going to yarn over and go into that stitch, yarn over and pull back through, and instead of yarning over and pulling through all 3 stitches like you would normally do for a half double crochet, you're going to take this loop right here and you're going to slip right into that next one. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. And that's a herringbone half double crochet. And you're going to do that for each stitch in this round. Let me show you how to do that again. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull back through, and slip into that next loop there. Then yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. For me, it's easier to work it all as one motion. Let me show you. Yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull back through, and slip into that one. It's just easier for me to work it that way. Then yarn over and pull through those 2. Let me show you that again. Yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over, pull back through, and slip into that one. Yarn over, pull through those 2. I'm going to show you that a few more times. Okay, one more time. Just slip into that. And then yarn over and pull through those 2. For the herringbone half double crochet, it kind of slants your stitch to the left a little bit. So if you're not familiar with this stitch, you may want to mark your first herringbone half double crochet that you made in this round. So continue working your herringbone half double crochets, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. I just worked my last herringbone half double crochet, so now I'm going to slip stitch to the very first one that I made, chain 1 to start the next round. For this round, we're going to work an extended single crochet in each stitch. And we're going to do this for the next 3 rounds. We're going to place our first extended single crochet in the same stitch as our chain 1. To work an extended single crochet, go into your stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through the first loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. I'll show you that again. Go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through the very first loop. Yarn over and pull through those 2 loops, and that's an extended single crochet. Go ahead and mark the first one that you made in this round. Let's work another extended single crochet. Go into your stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. So continue working your extended single crochet stitches, and I will meet you back at the end of this round. I'm on my last extended single crochet here, and you should now have 48 extended single crochets, and you'll slip stitch to your first stitch that you made in the round, and go ahead and chain 1 to start the next round. As you can see here, the beanie is starting to curl. I go ahead and just flip that out. So we just finished round 1 of 3 extended single crochets. So for this round, just repeat the last round. Insert your hook in the same stitch as your chain 1, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, and pull through those 2 loops. I always like to work another stitch before I place my stitch marker. It's just easier for me when I remember to place my stitch marker. Go ahead and place that stitch marker there now. And then place your extended single crochets in each stitch in this round. And I'll meet you back at the end of this round. You should now have 48 extended single crochets. Slip stitch to the first one that you made. And chain 1. And now we're going to work another round of extended single crochets. Go ahead and work your next one and then place your stitch marker in the first one that you made. And keep working those extended single crochets. This is the 3rd round of extended single crochets. And the next round is going to be herringbone half double crochets, and that is the repeat for this pattern. You'll do a round of herringbone half double crochets. What did I just do? And the next round is herringbone half double crochets, and that's the repeat for this pattern. 1 round of herringbone half double crochets, and then you'll work 3 rounds of extended single crochets. And that's what gives it this line here. That line is made by the herringbone half double crochets. So we'll continue repeating those rounds until our beanie is about 6 inches high. And then I finish off with just a round of single crochets. So go ahead and finish out this row of your extended single crochets, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. I just finished my last extended single crochet, and now slip stitch to the first one we made in this round. And as you can see, there was our first row of herringbone half double crochets. Then we have 1, 2, 3 rows of the extended single crochet. So we're going to start that repeat over. So chain 1, herringbone half double crochet in the same stitch as that chain 1, and do that for each stitch in this round. Go ahead and place your stitch marker in the first one that you made, and continue doing your herringbone half double crochets. After this round, we should be at almost 4 inches. I always try to measure in the middle. And then there's the top of that stitch. So we're almost at 4 inches. And we need to be at 6. So go ahead and work your herringbone half double crochets. And I'll meet you at the end of this round. Alright, I just finished the herringbone half double crochet round, and I am slip stitching. And now I'm chaining 1 to start the extended single crochet rounds. Go ahead and work your first stitch. And your second one. Add that stitch marker there. So now you're going to work 3 rounds of these extended single crochets. Go ahead and work your 3 rounds of your extended single crochets. Then you'll work another round of the herringbone half double crochets, and keep repeating that until your hat reaches about 6 inches, and I'll meet you back at that point. I just finished round 18, and now my beanie is just under 6 inches. And 6 inches is where we want to be at. So I'm going to work 1 more round, and that should get us at 6 inches. So chain 1, And for the last round in these beanies, I work single crochets. If you want to add another lined look, you can single crochet in the back loop only. If you don't want to add another lined look there, just plain single crochet. So I'm going to single crochet in the back loop, starting in the same stitch as my chain 1. So go into the back loop of your stitch. Here's your stitches. This is your front loop, and this right here is your back loop. So go into the back loop and single crochet. Let me show you that again. Here's your next stitch. There's your front loop, and right there is your back loop. So go into the back loop and single crochet. And continue to single crochet in that back loop only. And what that does is it brings that front loop forward and gives you a little bit of a lined, textured look. So keep working those single crochets in the back loop only, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. I just made my last single crochet stitch, so now I'm going to slip stitch to the first one that I made. Now we'll measure and see where we're at. We are at 6 inches. So now we'll fasten off. I always yarn over and pull through this loop and pull up a long tail and then cut my yarn. So here is your Brimless Beanie, and this size will fit a 2 to 3 month old. If you're wanting to make another size, I have an easy guide to sizing crochet hats, and this is really handy. Find the size that you want on the chart, like if you wanted a small to medium women's size, and then go over to your crown diameter. Right here, crown diameter is 6.5 inches. So what you'll do is you'll continue your increase rounds until you reach 6.5 inches in diameter, and then you'll start your pattern rounds. And that starts out with the herringbone half double crochet. You'll do a round of those, and then 3 rounds of extended single crochets, and keep repeating that until you get to your hat height, which is 8.75 to 9 inches. And once you get close to that, you'll finish off with your single crochet round. I will have this sizing chart in my blog post that contains this free crochet pattern, and I'll have a link to it in the description below. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll be glad to help you. Thank you for watching this video. Happy crocheting!